Hello, class. I will be talking about some of the sociological aspects of Confucianism and Buddhism in Eastern Asia, and more specifically Japan. I'll be looking at the women's roles in these countries and how their roles have shaped society. I'll also touch on how some of these religions have impacted the political structures a little bit. Okay, so for women's roles in Japan, they're impacted by some of the Confucius ideals. So starting from the beginning in Confucianism, women were expected to be submissive towards men. For example, they're supposed to listen to their fathers, and then as they grow older and move towards marriage, they're expected to listen to their husbands. Similarly, in Japanese Buddhism, women were seen as obstacles for men reaching enlightenment. In the 700s, women had their first roles in Japanese religion as shamanesses to summon the kamis, or spirits. However, over time, China was seen as a more advanced nation, so women's roles in religion became eclipsed because Japan reverted back to their Confucian and Buddhist ideologies. These new religions, and Shinto for example, provided a place for women through the divine couple, Izanagi and Izanami, in Shinto, and their progeny Amaterasu. However, even in Shinto, women were still pushed down, because in the history of Shinto, the woman spoke first, and as a result, her first baby was defective. So these new religions were forced away during the Tokugawa period, between 1600 and 1867, when Confucianism began to take off. These Confucian ethics have been passed down through society today and are still present through a structured and disciplined lifestyle for many. So some of these some of these religions also had some political impacts through the structure. For example, there's four main factors: Buddhism, which helped in the unification of the country; Confucianism, which gave people a sense of community, how to go about your everyday relationships, and to instill a social hierarchy. Shinto was another big influence, and also the influence of Western democracy. And now I'll turn it over to my group, and they'll talk a little bit more about women's roles in Confucianism.